And we are doing
the visiting vehicle officer here in Mission Control now reports that we are now in the fly-around mode. So the Soyuz vehicle has approached slightly ahead of schedule, actually, to begin its fly-around. This is a typical means of aligning the Soyuz precisely to the hoist module of the International Space Station. This is a fly-around angle of about 110 degrees to permit the Soyuz to be precisely aligned with the docking port of the hoist module for a few seconds, if you will, of station keeping, enabling the Russian flight controllers here in Korolyov to be able to assess their systems before the final command is given for the terminal phase of the rendezvous, final approach for contact and capture. But now back as we are in the final phase of the rendezvous to bring the Soyuz MS-02 vehicle to its docking to the International Space Station. The Soyuz is now just 290 meters away, still in the process of its fly-around to precisely align itself with the hoist module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. All of the Soyuz systems are in excellent shape. The Soyuz is currently at the International Space Station, both crossing the west coast of Africa directly over the Gambia, moving from southwest to northeast at an altitude of 250 statute miles. Trailing those two vehicles, the orbital ATK Cygnus unmanned cargo craft that will arrive for its capture and installation to the International Space Station on Sunday morning. But first things first, and that is the arrival of Kimbrough, Ryzhikov, and Borisenko just minutes away as the fly-around is about to be completed for a period of a few seconds of station keeping that will enable Russian flight controllers here at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow to complete final checks on the Soyuz spacecraft before the command is given for final approach and docking. The Soyuz MS-02 vehicle currently sitting passively at a distance of about 192 meters away from the International Space Station, currently crossing the border between Mali and Algeria, moving from southwest to northeast, in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator. The Soyuz and the International Space Station looking respectively at each other, and the crew members aboard the station, NASA's Kate Rubins, Takuya Onishi of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and Station Commander Anatoly Ivanishin of Roscosmos, with an excellent view of the Soyuz vehicle and the Soyuz similarly looking at the station as they await final approval for the command to initiate the final approach for docking.
fly-around rate is decreasing.
Небольшая раскачка.
We have a small wobble in fly-around.
An excellent view of the Soyuz MS-02 and its thruster firings to orient itself and its solar array wings into the proper orientation for the initiation of final approach. We'll be standing by a short time from now to receive that word from the Russian flight controllers here in Korolyov. All Soyuz systems in excellent shape. The crew reports they are ready for docking.
75 метров дальность.
Range 75 meters, rate 0.34.
Flying over the heart of Italy at an altitude of 250 miles, a great view of the Soyuz MS-02. 2 days after its launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, its solar arrays properly oriented for the final few feet prior to contact and capture.
Okay. 49 метров дальность.
Range 49 meters. Expecting readiness. Now range 47 and rate 0.22. 0.12. We have slight misalignment of crosshairs and pitch.
Now passing over Russian ground stations, over Romania. Again, a great view of the Soyuz MS-02 spacecraft closing in just about 35 meters away from its docking to the Poisk module to complete a 2-day journey from the launch pad at Baikonur and to restore the space station to a 6-person complement. Just underneath the docking port, you can see that diamond-shaped mechanism. That is the docking target to which the automated rendezvous system will align the crosshairs just a few moments from now. Again, no issues. The Soyuz being guided in automatically at this point for its docking. Just 22 meters separating Soyuz and the International Space Station.
The center of the target is lower and to the left of one square, and we have a slight deviation in yaw. Range 15 meters. 1.5 squares along the target diameter. We do not observe any object. The rate is 0.12.
13 meters now between the Soyuz and its docking port. On the space-facing side of the International Space Station, the Poisk module, coming in at a rate of just over 1/10 of a meter per second, right on the marks, no issues reported, flying over southern Russia.
Yaw and slight deviation in pitch.
Eight meters now separating the two vehicles as we stand by for contact and capture of the International Space Station.
Standing by for contact. We still have slight misalignment.
We have contact, docking confirmed and capture confirmed at 4:52 a.m. Central Time as the International Space Station and Soyuz MS-02 flew 251 statute miles over southern Russia. Again, docking confirmed at 4:52 a.m. Central Time, 12:52 p.m. Moscow time.